Are you ready?
I was born ready, Maggie. Born ready.
Look at you. Came out of the womb ready to discuss
I came out of
television shows.
Should we do a clap?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Hi, I'm Maggie.
And I'm Amanda.
And we're sisters in law.
We started with Suits and then began scheming.
If you love TV, check out what's streaming.
It's only show fans. Only show fans. It's only show fans. Only show fans.
I got to say something before we get into it. Somebody posted on Dumb LinkedIn about we've all got to get back to when we're taking time away from like work to be more engaged and be more present. And this weekend, I sat at home on a Sunday night after I put my kids down and watched a couple of hours of TV, and I'm regretting it, and I feel like garbage, and it was unproductive, and like this whole rant, right? And then somebody, and I did not know this person, and then somebody I know that I follow then reshared it, and I thought, this person's going to say, this is so ridiculous. But they doubled down and they were like, TV is so bad and we need to be away from screens and all of this stuff. And it took every fiber in my being to not comment and say, wow, thought you were going to come here with a counter argument. Some might say that being on LinkedIn all night long is the same thing. Anyways, have you seen the first 4 episodes of The Chair Company? Which is how I wanted to respond. And then also like give my whole diatribe like it's okay to just sometimes watch TV.
Yes.
And I also want to be like, by the way, I'm not a dumb person and I watch TV. Like I'm still present with my friends and family. Like my relationships aren't suffering because of TV.
Yeah.
It was just like a wild hot take after like somebody just like saying how they felt so bad. And like people were like, yes, I totally agree. We shouldn't be doing this. And I'm like, you're on LinkedIn posting a whole long story at like 9:30 or 10:30 at night on a Sunday night. It was crazy.
Yeah, I
If I can find it,
literally-
I'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, link that. Let's put that person on blast. Give them a lot of feed to their LinkedIn algorithm. I have never once felt bad about watching a show or binging a show, but I have felt bad after being on social media and scrolling and
Yeah.
not being present. But when you're watching
Yeah.
a show, you're present with all your friends on the screen and you're watching a story. And there's characters and you get to like make it connections to your real life, and then you get to talk to real people about it.
And then you get to talk to your sister-in-law about it.
On a podcast that generates hundreds of listens.
Millions.
Hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of
Of
millions. Thank
thousands.
you all. Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, you need to comment and say like, but have you ever thought about watching a show and then listening to a podcast about it? Because LinkedIn people love podcasts. They like love
I know.
podcasts.
It was so hard because like I knew that commenting would get more attention on the post, but I was like, I could actually destroy this comment section with like a link to every single podcast that we've recorded.
Okay.
And while that would get a lot of traction, like, can you imagine like that genius marketing technique
Do it.
to just
Go back.
blow it
Do
up?
it. Do it. And say
Just
like,
go back and blow it up.
say like, maybe it depends on what you were watching. Have you thought about watching?
Have you done the-
link,
and then-
link? I'm linking it
separate
in
comment.
LinkedIn bio.
It was really hard. I literally was like, by the way, have you not seen the first 5 episodes of Chair?
The Chair Company is perfect for
Company, yeah.
LinkedIn professionals who are commenting about how they don't like television. Nobody wants all that LinkedIn drama, but everybody wants a podcast about Nobody Wants This that we are re-recording because the first one we recorded without audio.
This is going to be pretty amazing.
Yes, we get to relive
Because
it.
this is one of our favorite shows and we get to relive it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is my brief for all of you tuning in right now on a Thursday at 10:40 something. Nobody Wants This feels like a cuddly warm blanket that you keep coming back to again and again. I can't do it. I can't improvise this one. I don't know. I'm having a hard time remembering what I said about this one because I have been trying to, like, I didn't go back and revisit it, but I've been, like, thinking about it. I think why I like this show so much, it truly feels like a warm blanket rom-com television show that's actually pretty real.
So real.
Like, this feels real. Like, it doesn't make relationships awful, right? Relationships can be great. Relationships can be messy. Relationships can be complicated. And I feel like it does a really nice job of that. And it's the writing and it's the cast.
Yes.
Like, they kind of double crushed it. And when I watched this in season 1, I watched it again just because I'm like, I need that, like, cuddly blanket again. And then I watched it. Did I watch this one twice or 1.5 times? Because I think I rewatched, or did I watch all
Season
of it
2.
with you?
You watched it with me. Mm-hmm.
I did.
We got to watch it all together.
We thought it was 8 episodes, and it was 10.
And it was perfect because we got to watch all of it.
It was perfect.
Yeah, speaking of blankets, this is just a quick aside before we really get into it. But one of the funniest moments in season 2 is a blanket moment, right? When they're sitting on the couch.
Oh my gosh.
And Kristen Bell's on the couch and she's like talking about all these troubles she's going through, and her sister's there, and her sister's new fiance, who's also her therapist, comes over to the couch and just takes the blanket for himself. And I was like, this is what makes this show so funny, because it wasn't even talked about or mentioned. It was just a character action. And it's like how you do what you do is who you are. And all of these characters do these subtle things while they're talking that aren't even lines of dialogue and are never addressed, and just make them so human. And I'm like, how much of this is scripted in the show, and how much of this is just these people having so much fun with the characters, these actors really becoming them and embodying them, that they're able to move freely and make these choices. Whatever it is, chef's kiss.
It is truly one of the realest rom-coms I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, because the humor is not coming from like, oops, I tripped and fell and my skirt flew over my head, right? The humor is coming from these very real, witty lines of dialogue that you can see, like, because everyone's got hopefully funny friends. And if not, they have us, very funny friend podcast hosts. And they're just like incredible witty lines of dialogue, but they're not so witty that it's like, this isn't realistic or this wouldn't actually happen. It feels very like, my friend said this, or if we were having a conversation about a relationship, this is what would happen.
Which is exactly what the goal was of this show. So Erin Foster, who is the creator of it, people have said, like, the dialogue is so, like, after the first season, like, the dialogue is so real. It's very funny, but it's like real funny. Like, this is actually how people talk and live. It's not just like a bunch of like comedians sitting in a writer's room. Don't get me wrong. We love some comedians in a writer's room, and there are some there. They just did a really nice job of making it like, this is how people like interact. And so, you know, her point was like, not everybody's a comedian. They're still really funny. And like, I wanted to communicate what people think is funny between friends, and like things that are funny in relationships that you wouldn't normally think to write it that way. So like, it's all written in a very real way. And I'm like, oh, that's why I like it so much. It's like, this is actually how it feels.
I also think because this show is like an A to A pull from Erin Foster's real life, right? Like, the show is about two sisters who podcast, and one of them falls in love with a Jewish man and then converts to Judaism. Right. And this is exactly what happens in Erin Foster's life. Like, she does a podcast with her sister that's wildly successful. She ends up meeting and marrying a Jewish man, converting to Judaism, right? Like, literally exactly the same thing. But some other things. And also, she's like a wealthy woman in Hollywood from a pretty established LA family, because she's David Foster's daughter, which means she's Brody Jenner's half-sister. And also Gigi and Bella Hadid's half-sister. She's also dated briefly Samantha Ronson, who dated Lindsay Lohan. She's the DJ that Lindsay Lohan dated in the early aughts. Like, this woman is connected to all things pop culture that I love, and now has created a show that is also fantastic, that I also love.
Oh, she also, her and her sister have a clothing line that I love called Favorite Daughter.
Because you are the favorite daughter.
Well, if anybody's hearing it here first, yes, I am the favorite daughter. I'm also the only daughter, which helps with those odds. I just love the clothing line. They just do a really nice job.
What is it? Like,
So,
is it like What's like
Clothes?
Yeah, but like what kind? Is it like
It's usually like, so it's
structured?
like,
Is it like free flowy?
it's like clothes that you order and then you put them on your body.
Yeah, but like
and then you wear them
what's
out.
like the vibe of it? Is it like boho chic? Is it like Suits LA?
It's not
Is it
boho
what is
chic.
it? What's it?
It's not boho chic. It's not Suits LA. It's like, it's trendy, but could have a little bit of like classicness to it. Like, where it's like, I'm not ordering it just for this season and then tossing it. Like, it's trendy, but could kind of like outlive a couple of seasons, if that makes sense. So it's not so trendy that I'm like, this is dumb. But it's not so boring that I'm like, oh, great, another Casual Corner suit. By the way, I don't even know if Casual Corner is still open. So
Oh, I bet there's one in Erie.
you think there's a Casual Corner? There's totally a Casual Corner. Do you think it's next to the Talbots, or is that too like competitive and it's down the
Okay, wait.
down the mall?
Talbots and Casual Corner are not the same tier of clothing. You think
They're not?
No, oh no. Oh no. Talbots is like the woman who wears pearls, and then I would say Casual Corner is the woman who wears like tiny pins of Mickey Mouse characters.
Oh, I don't think that at all. Casual Corner is where I got all my suits to interview when I was coming out of college. And also I had a really nice like twin set, like a sleeveless cardigan, a sleeveless sweater with a cardigan that when I wore in college to some date parties and to my grandparents' anniversary party, because it doubled as both. So Casual Corner, I was wearing for sure some fake pearls
Yeah.
when I was shopping at Casual Corner. Talbot's to me feels a little more like there might be a prairie skirt in there.
Really? Because I shopped at Talbots
I
in
feel
high
like they're-
school trying to get my business professional outfit for my DECA competition, in which we went to nationals because we placed first place in New York State for our ad campaign, wearing my Talbots pencil skirt.
Okay, wait, I got a pencil skirt at Casual Corner, regrettably, though, because a pencil skirt does make my ass look like a question mark. And so I try not to wear a pencil skirt too much. I look nice in a pencil pant instead. Okay, wait a minute. Was there not ever a prairie skirt or something quilted at Talbot's for you to choose from to wear to your DECA competition?
When I think Talbots, I think like cropped sweater, like, you know, like very like Laura Bush is what I think of when I think of Talbots.
That's what I think of when I think of Casual Corner.
Gosh, what?
Whoa.
It's like we live
Dang,
in
are we gonna have
alternative
to find a mall?
realities.
We do. Do we have to find a mall with both?
We do.
And then just go live there?
Yeah. And then we haven't even talked about the Chicos of it all.
We haven't talked about the Chicos of it all. Or the White House Black Market, which now has color.
Yeah, they've
It's
really
not just clothes that are white and black.
They've walked away from
they
the
pick a
brand.
color like every season. There is the Chicos of it all. And I tell you, Chicos with their sizing, that's so weird. It's a 0, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. That's all you got.
I never knew that. I've actually never bought anything from Chico's. I just know it was what my mom and all her friends wore. It was like Talbots and Chico's.
You've never gotten a gift from my mother, your mother-in-law, from Chico's?
I don't
She had to buy you some clothes from Chico's?
I don't believe I have. I don't believe
Okay.
I've gotten anything Chico's
Okay.
from her. How does
Whatever
the
the,
pants, how
like,
does it
card
work? 1,
carrying-
2, 3. How does that work?
0, 1, 2, 3.
What
It's just like, that's like, it's essentially, I guess you could say, a small, medium, large, extra large. That's it.
for
So
pants?
you kind of just have to know what size you wear at Chico's. Everything. All of the clothes at Chico's are just 0 through 3.
I hate women's sizing.
So if like you needed to, women's sizing is garbage.
It's garbage. Men's are
You know
men-
what also,
yeah.
like, we're going to get back to this, but it's actually apropos because who knows if there's going to be a wedding, right? We have some
We don't
potential
know.
weddings that happened in season 2. You know what is the biggest flaw in women's clothing is wedding dress sizes.
Oh, they mess
That's
you
supposed
up.
to be, it's supposed to be a really great day. And let's say you're going in and being like, I wear a size 8 or whatever, okay? Just throwing out a size. And you go to try on your bridal gowns, your family's with you, your mom or your bridesmaid or whatever, your sister. And the woman from the boutique comes out and goes, I have selected 10 that I think would really be in your style. And they're all a size 22 to a size 24.
Yeah.
And they're like, but it's okay. We'll clip it back here to like, why in the world did all of the wedding gown designers get together and say, you know what? Let's really give them a complex right before. Not that you need to weigh a certain way, like you need to be you and like show up and you need to feel your best self. But that can really mess with you if all of a sudden your best self is twice the size,
Yeah.
right? That shouldn't be something to mess with
No.
you, right?
Also, men's pants
Isn't
are
that
like measure
bizarre?
your waist, measure how long your legs are. Great. Now go to a store and find those measurements. Women's are like, oh, well, riddle me this. When you shop at Target, what size do I wear? But when you are here, beware, beware. Now you are size 75 because we want you to feel alive. Like, that's like a creepy, haunted sales associate. Like, oh, welcome.
Truly. But 365, not even reserved for Halloween.
No.
Like, that's truly it. When I was filling out my Stitch Fix profile, not to brag, but I sometimes order things from Stitch Fix. It's like, what size do you normally wear? And I'm like, where?
Exactly.
Not WEAR, WHERE. Where are you talking about?
Yeah. Because everyone is different.
Everyone is different. You know what? Speaking of, I love Joanne's fashion sense. Like, I love her style.
Joanne, the podcast host, the
I
star
think
of the
it's-
show, the woman who ends up dating Adam
Played by
Brody's
Kristen
character,
Bell.
played by Kristen Bell. She's fantastic. Yes. Fabulous
Oh
style.
my gosh.
So fun. So
Yes.
fresh.
It's so fun and fresh, and it's trendy, and like it's a very surprise and delight, which I love. It's like, she's not predictable, which is fine. I mean, like, be predictable. Like, my I have a very strong brand when it comes to clothing. But sometimes it's kind of fun to surprise somebody and be like, hey, look what I got going on today.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. I also love
this.
her sister's character when they're in the nursery of the girl who cut off their American Girl doll's hair when she was younger. This is like, a big plot point. But they're in the nursery and her sister is sitting on the chair talking to her and she's got her legs up and her Spanx are totally showing. And when I first saw this, I was like, what? Like, her Spanx are
Oh
showing.
my gosh, how do we?
Her Spanx
Yeah.
are showing. Oh my gosh, her Spanx. And then she gets up and as she's leaving, she's like, why didn't you tell me my Spanx were showing? And that's another thing that I'm like, did she know and improvise that? Or was this scripted that her Spanx would be showing? I don't know. It's so natural.
We will
it
never
all
know.
like rolls off
It's so natural.
of their tongues and their behavior. And you can just tell they're having so much fun making the show, which I love. I love that.
Quick Depo, would you tell me if my Spanx were showing?
Yeah.
You just
I was
paused.
trying to think of where are we?
Maggie.
Where are we?
In
Am I going to interrupt you?
Anywhere.
Are you having like a monologue? Are you like talking? And I'm like, oh, excuse me, wait before you continue. Check those thighs.
Maggie,
What
you
do I-
had to think
I
about that?
I was playing it out in my head, and I was like, if you're talking to someone, am I going to call attention to it? Am I going to like pull you aside? I'm going to be like, hey, everyone, stop the conversation. Amanda, I need to talk to you. Or am I just going to say like, wait, before we continue, everyone look, Amanda's Spanx are showing. Like there's like these things that you have to consider. Like, would I tell you if it's just us sitting together? Yes. If we're in a room with a bunch of people and like, I can't get to you privately to have this conversation, I don't know. I don't know how I would do that. And then would you want to know afterwards? It's like everyone leaves the room and then I'm like, hey, I couldn't tell you because you were talking, but your Spanx were showing that whole time. Do you want to know that? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know that you can tell that the energy has shifted in the room here. I am shook.
Tell me what you would want in that scenario, and now I'll know. You're talking to someone. It's like we're in a room, you, me, and a third person. And you're talking to them, and you're trying to, like, be a boss lady, and you're putting them in their place. How would you want me? And then I notice, oops, your Spanx are showing. How would you want me in that moment? What would you want me to do in that moment? Be like, wow, this is a powerful back and forth, but let's all talk about Amanda's Spanx? We need to, like, right?
I think what I was looking for was an instant reaction of you saying, absolutely. Like, I wanted you to say absolutely. Now, there are some nuances to it, which is this is very similar to like, do I want to be invited to the event? Absolutely.
Right.
Am I going to go? 40% chance on a good day. Okay. It was that feeling. I was looking for an absolutely.
Yeah. And I I was thinking about this scenario in which we saw the Spanx in the show Nobody Wants This, and I was thinking, I think I would have pulled a Joanne and like not said anything in that moment because that would have sucked the energy out of the room.
Oh man.
What would you do?
I mean,
Put it around on me. I'm sitting there, legs sprawled up, Spanx showing. I'm like really going at it. I'm like, I'm doing a good job telling you, you messed up when you cut my American Girl doll's hair and blamed me. Like, it's going, and I'm getting this off my chest. And it's a moment I've been waiting for 30 years. How do you handle that?
I'd probably say, and yeah, and she did it with her Spanx showing.
And then I go, yeah, see, it's no win there.
I think it was I was looking for the absolutely
And
reaction.
then we
That's what I
have
was
the
looking for.
conversation. Now I know, like you were looking for like, of course I would.
I was looking for the instant I've got your back.
Yeah. Oh, I've got your back, which is why I played it too far. Because I was thinking, I've got your back in such a way that there might be a scenario
Yeah.
where I wouldn't, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep talking about the show.
Okay, so well, this connects because another fun thing about season 2 is a lot of spouses and boyfriends are intermixed in these like characters. So we have
Yes.
Adam Brody's wife, Leighton Meester.
Leighton.
L-
Leighton Meester.
Leighton Meester. She's in it. She plays this woman who, as a child, was friends with Joanne and her sister, cut the American Girl doll hair, never apologized, pretended she didn't. Now she's grown up and she's hired Adam Brody as the rabbi for her daughter's naming ceremony.
Uh-huh. Yes.
And he, it's cute to see that she gets to really have fun in this role. She's playing next to her husband, but not in a romantic way, just in like a comedy way. And I think that's so fun.
Esther.
Jackie Tones, who plays Esther, her real life boyfriend plays Leighton Meester's husband in this show.
Husband.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's like a lot of like
So that's fun.
fun to bring
A
those
lot of-
people
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
I really love it. It's like real life
do too.
romance in a show about real life romance. And also
Yeah.
just like lots of drama in these shows too. Because if we're talking about Esther,
Yeah.
her and Sasha's relationship in season 2 imploding.
It is imploding. I do want to talk about them. I want to talk about Morgan's relationship with her therapist.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really big
And
one.
It's pretty problematic. Would we agree?
Yes. Oh my God. Who wouldn't?
Okay. This is one of those things where it's like
Morgan is Joanne's sister that we've been talking about.
Morgan is Joanne's sister, and she's had a therapist for many years. And then all of a sudden, they decide that they're in love, and they break off the client or the patient therapy relationship, and a week later start dating, which we have learned from Dr. Witt previously is a no-go. Okay, and it's also completely unfair because the therapist knows all of this stuff about the patient, and the patient doesn't know anything about the therapist. It's kind of like when a muggle like dates a famous person, right? Like they know a lot more because of like what's available to them out there, and that person doesn't know about the muggle, right? Like you see that.
Yeah.
So by muggle, I mean like not a famous person,
Right.
not a non-wizard. This is so jacked up because that therapist can also like manipulate the relationship.
Yeah, and he
Because
does.
they know he totally does. It's so wild. It's so inappropriate. And she kind of keeps like falling for it. Every time she's like wants to back out or thinks it's wrong, he says something to like pull her back in. And everybody's like, isn't this weird? And she's like, look, I love him. But I'm like, do you love him? Or is he just saying all the right things?
Exactly.
Because he knows you so well, because he has been your therapist and has been working with you to get through all of this
She
stuff.
also like still calls
that's
him Dr. Andy, right? Like she can't even like
Which
get off of calling him
gross.
Dr. Andy, but he invites her to move in
I
with
know.
him. They're walking down the street and then she meets one of his ex-girlfriends who was also happened to be
Also,
a former patient,
patient?
and is gorgeous. And she's like, wait a second, I really don't know much about you, right? But then he proposes and he gives her so much attention.
he was also talks about other patients to her. She's like, wait a minute, is there not like a patient, doctor-patient confidentiality? He's like, oh, Freud got all that wrong. Like, and starts explaining why it's okay to talk about like the specifics and the people that he is also like,
Yeah.
this dude is jacked up.
Yeah. It's like it's like she fell in love with the idea of him because he was treating her how he knew she wanted to be treated. But then she starts to be like, oh, maybe I don't know anything about him. And maybe he's not even a good therapist. Maybe he's like
Right.
actually a really bad therapist. I don't think he's
He's a bad
necessarily a bad guy. Like Sasha's character really likes
No.
Dr. Andy. And I think Sasha's a good guy. They like play really
But
similar.
you can be wrong. But also that therapist knows how to like work it.
No, it's true. It's true. I will say, and obviously spoilers because this whole podcast is spoilers. At the very end,
Yeah.
Morgan calls it off with Dr. Andy at their engagement party. And he's like, as your fiance, I'm obviously devastated, but as your therapist, I'm really proud of you for doing that.
Yeah.
So like, I mean,
And
was he kind of like just in love with her because he's a weird guy, but not necessarily like is he a predator? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I was also proud of her because she had tried to kind of break it off with him a lot of times. And she said, I need you to repeat this back to me. Our relationship is over. Like, so that it wasn't like a one-sided and he was going to try and like manipulate her again. Like she's like, I need to hear the closure from you as well. Like repeat this back to me.
Yes.
And then that's when he said it, which that's like the only time I kind of liked him.
Yeah, he did it.
Is that he like understood the assignment. He respected it. He's like, okay, I'll repeat this back. And then,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And then he gave it up. We don't know what's going to happen in season 3, but he was like, okay, this is fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
we don't. Do you want to talk about the ending of this? Because this whole thing has been like, this whole season's been like, is she going to convert? And then they kind of like put it on a back burner and she's really struggling with it
Right.
to convert to Judaism. Her mother all of a sudden discovers that she was always Jewish and is going to convert and is like moving hard and fast into like converting into Judaism, to which sounds a little weird, but it's also not because it's Judaism, but just like to make that jump. But also then, as with many things in life, if you know, you know, right?
Yeah.
So
And if you
she's
don't,
just
you
kind of
don't.
following it. Yeah,
It's a Taylor Swift lyric.
that's true. Oh, girl, I know.
Girl. Yeah. No, I know.
Girl, I
well,
know.
because also, if we talk about the mirror of season 1 to season 2, season 1 is season 1, Noah and Joanne get together. They clearly shouldn't be together because she has a podcast that's all about sex and dating and relationships, and she's very public. And he's a rabbi at a huge temple in Los Angeles, and he's up to be the next lead rabbi, right? Season 2, they've kind of sorted that out. He's chosen her. He's chased after her at the party. He's like, we're going to figure this out.
Right.
So then season 2, he ends up getting passed over for the lead rabbi because of his relationship with Joanne. He's kind of like freelance rabbiing, and then he finds this temple that might be a good fit because they're very progressive and you don't even have to be like married to a Jewish woman, like all of these things.
Right.
It's not necessarily a fit because he is more traditionalist in his Judaism, but it's a fit because then he could fit Joanne into his life. It all culminates.
Right.
We're like, is she going to convert? This seems like it might be working. And then at this engagement party, they both come to different conclusions. They're both like, after this fight they have, which we'll talk about, they come to different conclusions. She's like, I want to be with him. He's like, I can't be with you. And then they meet and he breaks it off with her.
He breaks it up with her, and it sounds like the way it's like this, the way that they're both having these like discovery aha moments about each other independently, like not with each other, but like with, you know, the opposites, that they're going to come together and be like, I want to be with
Yes.
you. I want to give this a shot. Right. And for them to have two like wildly different revelations is so interesting.
Yeah.
And because we see them like running and like they're crossing each other on the elevators, and then they meet and she's like, it's you. I'm going to stop like having my guard up, and I love you and I want to do this. And he was like, I can't do this, which is like,
But then they do it again. They
then-
do it a second time in the same episode, and they meet at the light post, and they're like, we are going to do this.
yeah.
Thank God.
And she's like, thank God, because it's also incredibly similar to the way that they ended the
Yes.
first season.
Which now they've done it twice.
Yes. So my depo to you is,
Mm-hmm.
if you were a writer, would you end season 3 the same way? Rule 3s?
No,
Okay.
no, I wouldn't end it the exact same way. But I would end it similarly, like taking it and then A to B thinking, moving it to one step away, like they run to the altar or they're running together to the courthouse. So I just got a text
Yeah.
from the school nurse that MJ is in there, so I might have to cut this early to go pick her up.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be long because I think we covered a lot of ground.
I think we covered a lot of. It's a
if
great
I could-
show.
If I could ask you to do one thing before we hop and you go pick up your daughter, would you like to make one prediction each? Like, let's take a quick trip. Like, we're here.
Yep.
Prediction town.
Wonderful.
One prediction.
Okay, my
One
prediction is Joanne. Well, I'm going to combine it. Joanne converts to Judaism, and Noah goes and has his own temple that's a little smaller, a little more traditional, but also liberal in the ways that it needs to be to fit who they are. It's not like a big Mondo temple, but it's like a good one with a good community. And they start going by Jonah because that's combining Joanne and Noah.
Okay. I think that Morgan and Sasha are going to get together. And that's going to be really hard because Esther's now kind of part of the crew. And Joanne really likes Esther. So she's like now part of it. And so that's going to be really hard for Esther to see Morgan and Sasha together.
I hope that I really don't want Noah and Morgan to get together. Those are the brother of Noah.
You mean Sasha
I'm
and
sorry.
Morgan.
God, I keep saying Jonah. It's like I can't get it out of my head. I don't want Sasha and Morgan to get together because that's the big brother of Noah, the big sister to Joanne, and I don't like it. I don't like that. I think they're good friends, but I don't want them to be together. I do think that the video that Sasha took, so Sasha's like dancing. He wants to get a picture of him dancing at this engagement party.
Doing the thing.
While he's being filmed by Noah and Joanne are having a fight, and you can hear the audio while they're filming this dance. And then Sasha immediately goes and posts it onto his feed. And so we know that this audio is out there living, and now they've chosen to be together, but this audio is going to come in season 3 and really mess things up for them.
Yeah, that's how we'll open up season 3.
Yeah, for sure. A little drum.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you about this twice. I'm going to sign us off.
The show's so nice
And
we
what are
recapped
watching?
it twice.
Yeah. What are we watching next week?
Okay, so we will be watching All's Fair, the Kim Kardashian legal drama, which I think we'll probably be pretty aligned on.
I can't wait, says Amanda sarcastically. Thanks so much for tuning in. You can check us out on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere else you get your podcast. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review.
And if you don't know what to say in your review, you could always say,
Bye.